So there's layers to this, right? And it's like we can start with level 1.
Yeah.
If that's where you're at, and just be like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times this week and I'm not going to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a plan. Even if you just show up at the gym and like push a sled a couple times and stretch and like do a couple machines, boom.
Yeah.
That's so much better
That's
than
your starting point.
just not going.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a sliding scale, or it's a, I don't know. I'm missing the right metaphor here.
I like that thought. You have to start simple if it's not a part of what you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Start simple, build the habit. I think the key here though is like what we're not saying is like, don't start simple and then get complacent, because consistency and complacency are not the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Complacency says, okay, I did the bare minimum and I'm going to stay here because it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency says I'm going to continue to show up and continue to improve.
Yes.
I'm just allowing myself the grace to do it in a broader spectrum of time versus needing this instant gratification.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to consistently grow and expand and evolve and improve over time. And that just leads to deeper and deeper layers, right? And you go from having the simple plan of like, okay, I'm going to show up to the gym 3 times this week, to having a plan of like, okay, I'm going to show up to the gym 3 times and I have a set program. Okay, now I'm going to show up at the gym 3 times this week and I'm going to execute this program that's specifically designed to create this outcome over the next 8 weeks. And you just keep going. You get more and more intentional to where you continue to have more agency and more control over the outcomes in your life.
Yeah.
And you just get more skilled, right?
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why, like for me, like our logo has the tree. Because a tree has roots. And like when you water a tree deeper and deeper, those roots are searching for that water. So it's like that analogy or that metaphor for, yeah, as you grow in this process, like it's not meant to be surface layer. Like we're growing in our habits, we're deepening our roots, and we're getting better at what we do.
Yes.
And we're discovering those new layers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you deepen the relationship with yourself and your body, because that's really what it is when we're talking about health and fitness, is like sitting with yourself and listening to what your body is telling you. Your body is constantly giving you signals, constantly giving you feedback. So as you continue to learn how to engage with your body and you deepen that relationship and you deepen the roots, right? Then the tree has a stronger foundation to continue to flourish outwardly.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
Dude, what a metaphor.
No, I love that.
And then the fruit that it bears provides
delicious
the ripple effect around you.
Delicious fruit that other people get to eat.
One of the other things that's massive when it comes to consistency is accountability. That could look like a million different things. Obviously, you could have a coach like you and I that's there to, give you processes, give you the tools, check in on you when you need it. But one of the things I really wanted to touch on is like relational accountability. And that could be as simple as, I have a spouse, me and my spouse have a weekly calendar, and a lot of times I can let that calendar, or I can let an unspoken conversation lead to a no for myself. So an example of that is like, it's Monday, maybe Monday's a busy day. And in my mind, I'm having this internal dialogue of, I need to go to the gym. I need to get after it. But I haven't expressed that to my spouse. And so then it becomes 5 p.m. and you're like, okay, here's maybe my window of time, but you didn't communicate it. So then you're like, I'll just go tomorrow. So that relational accountability looks like the night before or the day before with your spouse, hopefully as soon as you possibly can, have the conversation to say, hey, what does it look like for me to get to the gym this week 3 times? Oh, I think that's a great idea. What about Wednesday? Okay, I got a break in my schedule Wednesday. Can I go Wednesday? Awesome. And now there's relational accountability there to say, hey, it's 5 p.m. We talked about this 3 days ago. I'm going to go to the gym. Is that cool? Yep, that's totally fine. As long as when you come back, you're ready to like help with the kids. Perfect. I'll go do that. Like, you see how easy that conversation becomes to where now you're freeing yourself of the guilt that you're maybe going to feel because you didn't plan ahead with relationship and conversation.
Absolutely.
So I think that goes a long, long way. And it's vice versa. It's like, hey, you gave me the time, I'm going to give you the time. So show up where you're needed to fill the gap so that you guys can both have your time. And it doesn't always have to be, a spouse. It could be in your workplace. Like maybe you don't have time in the morning, you don't have time in the evening. What if you have an hour lunch break? And what if you had a conversation with your boss to say, hey, when I take this hour, is it cool if I hit the gym? And you have that conversation and he's like, yeah, I know where you're at. If I need you, I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
And now you have the freedom to have that time. So
absolutely.
I mean, there's plenty of examples of what that can look like, but relational accountability can go a long way.
Yeah. It's speaking up and
advocating for yourself,
speaking your needs, and then letting it be a conversation and a negotiation, right? That's what relationships are about. Yeah. There's a couple interesting things you touched on there. Yeah. If you don't do that with your partner and then you don't go to the gym, maybe you're blaming them subconsciously, or it's building resentment, right? And then also once you create that plan, right, you and your spouse, you and your partner create a schedule for the week. Like, okay, now it's my time to go to the gym and I got to go now or else it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then also your spouse is going to be like, hey, you're going to the gym, right? Like this is when you said you were going to the gym.
Lights a little bit of a fire under your butt.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're at the gym just sitting on a machine on your phone, but just scrolling Instagram.
I'll send you a link if you need it. I'm just kidding. Get you on something more effective.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's a really good point because that's part of this whole thing is navigating what that looks like, when you're in a relationship with other people. That's one of the biggest conversations I have with my clients, especially my clients who are business owners, who have kids, who are, constantly having meetings or lunches or, events in the evening with other people. It's like, oh, I just didn't really think about what to eat. So, they had sandwiches at this event, so I just had a sandwich. It's like, you have to, again, be intentional, create a plan, and have these conversations with the people in your life, because maybe your spouse isn't on board with the nutrition plan that you want to do. Mm-hmm. And, maybe you're going to have to prepare some of your own meals. Maybe you're going to have that conversation and say, hey, I know that every Wednesday night is pizza night for us, but it's been really making me feel like shit and I'm gaining weight and I don't think I want to eat pizza anymore. So many times we just avoid these conversations.
You can make a better decision for everybody in that moment. Like maybe family night isn't pizza. Maybe it's you order like from Chipotle or something and you guys all get to individually pick out a better option.
Yeah. And it's, it's about the time you're spending together.
Yeah.
It's not about the pizza necessarily.
Absolutely.